Yo, what is going on? Good morning. This is Andrew, known as ZERODRAWDREW, Pip Catchers Administration. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like this, subscribe to the channel. Keep us motivated to keep putting this content out every day. So we're here with a live call. It is Sunday, March 6th, 2022, second week of March. Now let's get into it. Interesting fucking things going on in the world today, huh? So that just means, opportunity. So guys, just try not to stay distracted with all the world news going on. If we're gonna fucking die, we're gonna fucking die. So might as well as go out, making these dreams come true. So let's fucking get into it, right? We're gonna start with gold, right? Because gold is pretty special right now. But we were talking about this last week. So last week I said, we had this strong rejection on the weekly chart to that previous high over there at that 1918 resistance level. Normally, you're going to get a rejection at that strong key level. But due to this way that we took out this level, I do think that gold might want to start making new highs overall. Especially thinking about what's going on in the world today, it kind of makes sense. Everything is uncertain. The dollar across the world is kind of not looking good, so fiat currency might just be over, you know what I'm saying? So gold, like I said, we took out that rejection, looks good, looks like we might start making new highs on gold, right? On the daily chart, as you can see, we had that rejection. Right now we haven't fully filled the rejection, so the bullish move isn't completely confirmed, but it's more likely. Honestly, I think it's more likely that this thing is going to start making new highs than for this thing to start coming down. I really don't think that this is a bull trap after, filling this rejection, right? Almost filling the rejection. So, we want to look at the daily chart now, right? On the daily chart, as you can see, we're almost filling the rejection. We found support here. Right now, the bulls are strong. So right now, I do think we need to find a little bit more price action before we can, set up for that new bullish move, right? So we do want to look for, maybe bear traps to that 1958 key daily support right there, or it might just even pull back to that 1950 level. We might trap bears somewhere down there, but you do want to wait for the setup to set up somewhere over here. Wait for the bears to become trapped, react to the levels, and kind of play it by day. But looking at this right now, it looks like we might just want to pull back to that 1958. Maybe find support, maybe take out those highs. We might trap bulls over there short term and then come back down. But yeah, guys, I know it sounds confusing. You just want to react to the levels and play it by day. But overall, like I said, we're bullish on the weekly chart. Took out the rejection on the daily chart. Things look strong. We just want to look for support. Maybe look for support at the 1958 level. On the 15-minute chart, you probably see it right here. You might get the bull trap at this key support level. So if we get, that drop into here, and then we trap bulls and then bears, and then we could look for that buy opportunity back up. But if it doesn't set up there, look for it to set up down at that 1950 support, which is over here, right? So that is gold overall. I don't know if this thing is going to, move down to here. It doesn't look like it's going to move down to here, but I think it would set up either at that 58 level or this 50 level. So wait for price action to set up over there. Wait for support to be found over there to trade towards, the overall highs, right? So that is gold. If you're confused, just stick around. We're going to, go over everything one more time, more towards the end, and let's go. So now we're on Euro USD. So Euro USD sold off the fucking map, right? We had this bull trap. We've been playing in this range for the last couple weeks, but we finally took out that range, and right now we are moving to the downside, right? Which is kind of fucked up. I really wouldn't want to do anything with Euro USD overall because this thing is oversold. It's very oversold. This is at levels I really wouldn't want to trade at, on the weekly level. So I really wouldn't want to look for sell opportunities, but like I'm saying, like looking at this at the weekly chart, the bears are still very strong. So I'm not really looking for buy opportunities, right? On the daily chart, as you can see, bears are still strong. It doesn't even look like it's showing any signs of slowdown. But one thing I do notice is we're at this key support, this 1.08775 key support level. So you might, see a buy opportunity set up somewhere over there on the hourly chart. So I would come on the hourly chart, look for the level, bring in a bigger chart, and then look for the level on like the daily chart, and then which would be this level right here, then come back to the hourly chart, right, and then look for possible bear traps to that level for maybe a buy opportunity up to one of the levels listed. So you guys just want to react to one of the levels and kind of play it by day. But overall, with Euro USD, this is something I wouldn't take overall, but if you have to trade this pair, I'd look for the setup around this 1.08810 key support level. So one more time, Euro USD bearish overall on the weekly chart, bearish overall on the daily chart. On the weekly chart, we're approaching that key support level, so maybe look for the setup to form somewhere at that level, maybe a bull trap, maybe a bear trap, so on and so forth, right? So that is Euro USD. Gbp Jpy. Gbp Jpy, as you can see on the weekly chart, we had this strong sell-off into the week. So right now we do look bearish overall with Gbp Jpy on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, we did have this U-like setup over here, which indicates a bearish move. So right now bears do look pretty strong, and it does look like price wants to continue moving down, right? On the daily chart, this thing looks like it's set up, it looks like it's confirmed to keep dropping down, but looking at this on the hourly chart, due to the way that this thing sold off, I don't think that we're going to drop right away. Thinking because, today is Sunday going into Monday. Usually you get a lot of manipulation on this day. So right now it does look like it's going to drop down, but there is a possibility that we do move back up to that 152.350 and that 152.900 key resistance level, before that sell opportunity sets up. So I'd wait for bears to become exhausted to trade towards one of the retests of one of those levels, that 152.350 and that 152.900 key level, and then look for the sell setup to set up somewhere over there, right? Overall, this thing does look bearish, but I don't see any reasons to short this yet. So I'd wait for the opportunity to set up somewhere up there, right? So one more time, Gbp Jpy overall on the weekly chart, we look bearish. Daily chart, we look bearish. On the hourly chart, structure looks weak. It looks like it wants to come up and retest one of those levels, form price action, at least at that 152.350 level or that 152.900 level. Wait for buyer liquidity to be grabbed somewhere over there for the sell opportunity setup. Long term overall with the weekly chart and the daily chart, like I said, overall this thing does look like it wants to drop, just not yet. So I'd wait for bears to become exhausted, trade towards one of those retests, then wait for one of the wait for the opportunity to set up later in the week, right? So that is Gbp Jpy. Gbp USD, similar story. On the weekly chart, this thing looks like it wants to continue moving down. Long term, it really does. It looks like it wants to continue moving down. We've been tracking this for a couple weeks, but like I said, similar story to Gbp Jpy. The structure is just too weak. I don't know if it's going to continue selling off in the beginning of the week, or is it going to pull back first, right? So like I said, let me restart real quick. Gbp USD, weekly bearish, daily bearish. We took out this level, this 1.32750 support. We took out that level. But I do think we want to come back up and retest that level before the sell opportunity sets up. So same thing with Gbp USD, wait for bears to become exhausted to trade towards the retest of that level over there. But overall, you guys do got to keep in mind that we are bearish. This thing does look like it's going to drop at least to this support and even lower, because on the weekly chart, this thing is reading bearish. I do think, we might fulfill this extension on the weekly chart, but that's a long-term move. So, we just want to react to the levels and kind of play it by day. So the first, level would be this 1.31700 support. But first, I do think we want to pull back to one of these levels, maybe find price action. The sell setup might set up there, and then we'll trade towards that overall level. Now, if price happens to move back into that 1.32740 level and close on the daily chart, then we might just push back up to this 1.34400 resistance level, right? Because all buyer liquidity is above there. So if on Monday we come back into this value and we hold this 700 level, we might just push up to that level, you know, but there's just so many things that could happen. We could push back in, you know, but I don't want to think too much. All right, so like I'm saying, like if this thing came back into value, I would think all buyer liquidity is up there. I'd look for bull traps there to trade towards down here, right? Right? Okay? Or there's just so many things that could happen, and that's why I don't have a specific bias when it comes to trading, right? So that is pretty much it, guys. Overall, let me go over this one more time. We're going to go over everything. GBP USD on the weekly chart, bearish. Daily chart, bearish. Watching that key resistance level, 1.32740. On the hourly chart, the structure looks weak. Looks like we might want to come back and retest that 700 resistance level. Wait for bears to become exhausted to trade towards that level. Maybe look for the sell opportunities set up over there. Or if price comes back into this value and closes on the daily, look for support at that 700 value, and then trade towards that U-like resistance at 1.34350, which is at this high right over there. Wait for bull traps to set up there, you know, for the overall sell opportunity to set up if that happens, right? So you guys just want to react to the levels and kind of play it by day. That is GBP USD, GBP JPY, similar story. Weekly chart, bearish. Daily chart, bearish. Hourly chart, structures weak. Wait for bears to become exhausted. Look to trade towards the retest of that 152.350 and that 152.900. All buyer liquidities there. Possible sell opportunity can set up somewhere over there, right? GBP JPY, Euro USD, bearish on the weekly chart, bearish on the daily chart. We're at that key 1.08775 key support level. Something I wouldn't want to touch, but if you have to touch it, I'd wait for, you know, an opportunity to set up somewhere at this 1.08815 level. Wait for bears to become exhausted, maybe to trade towards one of the levels listed. So just play it by day, get your 1-to-1, 2-to-1 on your trades, and just move on, right? Last but not least, gold. Gold on the weekly chart almost filled that rejection. On the daily chart, you know, this thing is, you know, the bulls look strong, almost filled that rejection. We're looking at these levels listed. Maybe look for support at this 1958 level, which is on this 15-minute level. Maybe bear traps will get over there, or, you know, it might just pull back to that 1950 level, which is right there, or bears might get trapped there. So wait for price action to set up and just kind of play it by day and react to the levels. So overall, gold does look like it wants to push the highs, but I do think we want to find price action before that will set up. Okay, so if you guys got any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM, Instagram.com/ZERODRAWDREW, or shoot me an email. I really do want to help you guys out. I hope I'm explaining this shit good enough for you guys, and if I'm not, I'm here to help you guys. Shoot me a DM. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses. Everything is here for you guys, and I'm here to help. So, like I said, have a great fucking week. Like this, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys when I see you.